Okay, hi everyone and welcome to our Sunday evening 30 Days to Healthy Living share. I want to welcome the lovely Claire with us this evening. So Claire is a beautician, she's a mum of two, she's a wife, and she's got a background in dance as well. And Claire's kindly offered to have a chat with us this evening about her experience with 30 Days to Healthy Living. So thank you very much, Claire. Really thankful for you joining the call this evening. So I'm going to start with the questions, or you might want to do a little introduction of yourself first.
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So my name's Claire Doyle and I am a mommy to two girls. I am a retired secondary school dance teacher and I am now currently a beauty therapist. Arbonne has enabled me to hand my notice in, so I now work from home. I am a wife, I live in Westliff, and I've been with Arbonne for 8 months now, and I started with 30 Days to Healthy Living.
Okay, that's great. So how did you find out about Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living, and why did you decide to start the plan?
Okay, so at the time I had my second daughter and she was 5 months old. I suffer with mental health issues, a lot of them. And if you want me to go into background with that, I can. But I luckily didn't get postnatal depression with my second daughter. But what I did get was my normal depression came back, and my anxiety, and also my eating disorders came back as well. Not in a physical way, as in causing damage to myself, but I started with binge eating, bulimia, and body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphia is where you see something totally different in the mirror to what you look like, and that massively came back. So I had put on 3 stone of baby weight, which, you know, I'm only 5'2", and I'm quite a petite build. So for me, I felt like a complete whale, and I mean that in the nicest possible. But I also obviously had my eating come back. So
Yeah.
basically, cutting a long story short, I decided to see a personal trainer because I thought, you know what, you have one life, and your body is so important. You need to look after it. You know that your body can't go to work and you can't socialise. So I met this guy called Ollie, who's a personal trainer and a nutritionist, and he introduced me to the plan. And I thought, you know what, I'm coming to you anyway to get myself fit and healthy. I'm going to go and do this 30-day plan that you've recommended. So it was him basically that introduced me to it. That was, oh my gosh, 8 months ago. Yeah, 8 months ago.
Oh, fabulous. So how did you feel whilst you were on the plan, and how do you feel you benefited most?
Okay, so for the first 2-3 days, I felt like absolute terrible. I felt, the toxins coming out of my body was, nobody explained that. It was absolutely awful because my body was shot to pieces internally. My pH wasn't balanced. I became really bloated. To be honest, for the first week, I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I feel worse. And now, having done it, I realised that was all the toxins coming out. That was my body's way of saying, you know, get rid of all this nasty waste. And to be honest, oh my gosh, I've done the plan twice properly, as in like religiously for the 30 days. And now I live an 80-20 principle. So at the beginning, I felt awful, but now I feel absolutely amazing. To be honest, I wouldn't go a day without being on the plan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do 80-20 as well. When I'm not on the full 30 days, I do an 80-20. And I find if I have a day where I'm more the 80, I soon realise why. No, if I have a day where I'm doing the 20, I soon realise why I should be doing the 80.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, like I find from doing the 30 Days to Healthy Living, the massive thing is finding out food sensitivities that upset me. So dairy, an example, and wheat. I don't have an allergy to it, but I'm not intolerant to it, but I do have a few allergies. So, you know, like today I had some vegan chocolate, which if you look at the back and have a look at all the sugars, I'm like, oh my God, life's too short. At least I'm eating healthy-ish stuff, if that makes sense. So I don't beat myself up about it, but yes, I would live the 80-20 principle.
Yeah. Do you feel that it helps with all your mental health as well with the...
Oh my gosh, massively. So when I first started the plan and wanted to get fit and healthy, it was mainly for me to lose weight. That was it. And there was no other reason behind it. But actually what I've gained is a whole, I know it's cliche and a bit cheesy, but it's the whole mind, body and spiritual kind of body transformation. Like, it's massively helped my eating, because I know that 80% of what you put in your body is how your body looks. So if you're underweight, you've got lots of like excess fat, or if you're really muscly, like you've got muscle definition, that is because it's 80% of what you're eating, and only 20% is exercise. So from my eating days, I used to starve myself and got rid of the foods I ate by using laxatives and chronic irrigations. I know that I was causing myself massive damage, and luckily I'm very blessed that I haven't caused myself any internal damage. But now I eat, what I'm eating is good, nutritious food, which is serving my body. And to be honest, I'm not gloating when I say this, but my body better now after having 2 children than what it was when I was at university dancing 6 to 8 hours a day with my dance degree. And I wholly 100% believe it is down to this really good nutritious plan that we have to offer, but also knowing what foods serve my body and nourish it and kind of get it working, because your body's an amazing machine, and without it we can't work, socialize, kids or nephews or whatever it is that we like to do. I just, I've had a few deaths in my family due to depression, and I just think that life is too short to not look after something that you've been blessed with, and to try and look after it for as long as possible.
Yeah, I agree. So many people will spend money on so many things, but they forget that they've got one body, and that's got to last them a lifetime. And we just don't take enough care of it. And I vouch for that. Before I was introduced to Arbonne, I was pretty much the same. I didn't look at what products I was putting on my skin. It's been a massive eye-opener for me.
Absolutely.
So do you have a favourite product from the plan?
Yes, I've got 2. My one is the fizz sticks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need them for energy. So amazing B12 in there, but it also speeds up your metabolism. So for energy, but my all-time favourite, if you ask me, could I live without the Digestion Plus? And mainly because I've done a lot of research with depression, and your gut is your second brain.
Yeah.
And if your gut is out of sync, mental health is out of sync. So for me, it's those Digestion Plus, which have got pre and probiotic enzymes in there, which basically repair the gut. And I know this because my eldest daughter's got celiac disease. So inside your gut, you've got these little villas, and they get flattened when we eat foods which cause inflammation. And they're exactly the food we eliminate on the plan. So wheat, dairy, soy, alcohol, caffeine. I think there's another one, I can't remember. But basically, those little hairs get flattened when we eat those foods, which basically means that our body can't absorb the nutrients. So what the Digestion Plus do is they repair the hairs so that they stand on end, so that when we are eating good nutritious food down into our gut, so that it decreases the inflammation, and basically makes us happy. And someone in my downline actually calls them her happy pills. Now, I know they're not pills in the lay, but it's so true. Like, if I have an IBS attack because I've eaten wheat or whatever it is, if I just pop an extra one a day, I find that it really calms my tummy down. And it's giving that like good love to your gut and looking after it. And I find that has massively helped towards my depression. And even so, like, my husband uses it, and I just find that they're just a little goodness in a little sachet. So yeah, it's got to be the Digestion Plus.
Yeah, I agree, completely agree. I find whenever I'm stressed or, I have any worries at all, my gut is like literally gurgling. and I really find the Digestion Plus helps. And I was diagnosed with IBS years ago, and since I've used Arbonne's nutrition, I hardly ever have a flare up, and I just find that that's like amazing.
It is, oh my gosh, because it can be so debilitating at times. Like, you know, if I'm going out for a meal with my girlfriends and I know it's a restaurant that doesn't really, you know, cater for gluten-free or vegan, I know I'm going to have a flare up because of the ingredients. I'll wear a bag before I go out. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, just to have these little sachets, gosh, that I didn't realise that it took my whole body 2 months to like the taste of it. And I kept saying to Ollie, oh my God, I can't take them. They're actually making me like gag every time I'm taking them. And he was like, one, that's because your body has, you know, internally rebalanced its pH. Two, you've not like kind of what's the word, like rescued or kind of realigned your gut. And three, would you sooner have an IBS attack or take these little sachets? And I was like, yeah, okay, you're right, I'll take it. And it took my whole body 2 months for me to get rid of the toxins. And now actually I find them really kind of like sweet tasting. I don't mind them. So it just goes to show you actually like what it does to your body and internally what's happening. Because obviously I'm a beauty therapist, so externally I'm all about, you know, looking after your skin and your body and knowing what it does. But I didn't realize internally. I just got about it, if that makes sense. So yeah. Definitely those.
Yeah, I agree. When I first had a Digestion Plus, I was like, oh my God, I'm not keen on this flavour. It's a bit like drinking cold tea or something. But now I happily drink it. And yeah, my body's got used to the taste of it, and I actually find it quite pleasant now. So yeah, interesting. So if someone has looked into 30 days to healthy living, but they're not sure whether to start, what would your advice be to them?
Definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, I believe that kind of everybody should be on an 80-20 principle, mainly for their own like internal health. If somebody was interested in it, it would be a definite yes to do it. Quite a lot of people would say to me like, oh God, it's very expensive. And at the beginning, when I was starting, it was expensive. But it's actually not. First of all, you can't put a price on your health. And secondly, I think quite a lot of people, you know, don't realise that when they do a food shop each week, they're spending way more money than what they would do on the 30 days to healthy living. But what they're doing each week is so they don't realise that it's adding up. So actually, when myself and my husband, well, I do 80-20, but when my husband does the plan, he's actually saving us money each month. He would probably eat out 3 times a week with work in terms of getting his sandwich and his lunch. So straight away, that's like. So for me, first of all, you haven't mentioned this. I'm going off on a tangent, but the thing that I do get quite a lot of times is it's expensive, and actually, I would have the old me would have agreed, but whereas now I'm like, absolutely not. You cannot put a price on your health. How many times do you go out and have a coffee sandwich? How many times do you go and get a chocolate bar? Like, all of these little things add up. Plus, a massive thing I always say to people is like, how much do you spend on shopping a week? Because actually with this plan, you're getting 2 meals, you're getting 2 hot drinks, you're getting 2 cold drinks, and you're getting nutritious supplements cheaper than what you would do from the shop. So without a shadow of a doubt, wholeheartedly, definitely should be doing the plan. I mean, why wouldn't you want better? Like for me, I just wanted to lose weight, but actually I've got better skin on my face. You know, my hormones are balanced. My skin, if I don't put moisturizer on for a few days, it's fine. I'm not a snake, which is what I used to be. Mentally, I'm so much better. Like my family's health, like my immediate family are so much more healthier and understand health a lot more. And I've just found that I've got so much more energy, and people are like, what are you doing? You're buzzing. You're like, and I'm like, yeah, it's this plan. And I think it's amazing that some people don't have time to do exercise, that you don't need to do it on this plan, because it's literally helping you from the inside out, and naturally you will like lose weight and benefit from it.
Yeah, the first time I did the plan, like, I'm known to be a girl that presses snooze on her alarm a million times before she gets out of bed. And the first time I did the plan, I could not believe how I was just, my alarm would go off and I'd be like, yep, ready for the day, I'm up. And it amazed me. I was like, oh my God, I have so much energy. This is fantastic. And I also say to people, like, I go into London for my work. I used to be the person that would buy like a hot drink and a muffin in the morning. You can easily spend £7 on that. And that is exactly what our 30 days to healthy living equivalents to. It's about £7 a day. So I always say to my clients to, like, look at what you're spending, like that little snack you're getting from somewhere or that coffee you're getting from somewhere. Because I know so many people, especially if they work, they often pick up a hot drink, etc. And, like, I mean, our fizz sticks are amazing. So what better way to switch?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. So what does your future look like now after 30 days to healthy living? You mentioned that you're doing 80-20. I'm assuming you're going to continue doing that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't think that I would ever go back to having like cereal and toast in the morning. One, because like there's no real nutritious value in that. Whereas for me, I can just bring it all in a blender, blend it all up, and go on the school run, whatever it is that I have to do. I can go off and do it with my amazing nutritious breakfast. Like beforehand, I was using the shakes as a meal replacement to help me lose weight. Whereas now that I've lost the weight, I'm using the shakes to gain muscle. So after I've done work, that's when I'll have my so you can use this plan 2 different ways. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I went to a wedding at the weekend, and I did have alcohol, and it was an amazing scone. I ate it, and that's fine. And my tummy, I could feel it going a little bit. Would I go to mentally? I'm not 100%. And to be honest, I just think your health, without your health, you can't live. So yes, my future is definitely 80-20 principle. And like you said, if I go off 20% or maybe 30%, because I know I can rein it back in, and I've got the new help me do that. And for me, it's just about educating and helping. So, yeah, I do see myself continuing to do this all the time. To be honest, I'd absolutely love to add in some of the other supplements. I don't know if you've ever used the little multivitamins in the little pots. They are amazing. I add them into a scoop of my mix as well. I've actually got low iron naturally anyway, and for me, whenever I use that, my iron count is really like a lot higher than normal. So I just find that it's a whole body transformation. So yeah, absolutely, we'll continue to do the 80-20.
Yeah, definitely. Great. Well,
sorry, I give they're getting nutritious drinks, and they just think it's an amazing chocolate milkshake. So yeah, the whole family.
Oh, excellent. No, that's really good. We have another consultant, Alice, and she's often giving the drinks to her daughter Bertie, and Bertie absolutely loves them. I find it's really great that everyone can get involved with it. You don't have to worry that it can, like, you don't have to worry that it's not good for your children. We all know that Arbonne products are all pure, safe and beneficial. So we just know that everything's safe, and that's like absolutely fantastic, isn't it? That we just know that whatever Arbonne product we use is beneficial to us, and that we don't have to worry.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so thank you.
No, that's okay.
Thank you for your time this evening. Really appreciate it. If anyone wants to get in touch with me, either myself or Claire, about 30 days to healthy living, please drop us a message and we will fill you in with some more information. So thank you, Claire. I'm just going to stop the recording.